Hello, and welcome to NBA Talk with Jeff Van Gundy. I'm your host, Jeff Van Gundy. Joining me today in the studio is Minnesota Timberwolves GM, David Kahn. David has been running the T-Wolves for just over a year now. During that time he's made a number of moves that have raised some eyebrows up north. Today we are going to discuss some of those moves and learn more about his plan to take the Timberwolves back to the playoffs. David, welcome to the show. Hi Jeff. Thanks for having me. David, in your short time as a GM, you've managed to earn a reputation as an aggressive trader. Care to share your thoughts on this? Sure, Jeff. I think that one of the keys to negotiating a good deal is to intimidate your opponent. I've learned to do this through a number of tactics, including showing off my jiu-jitsu moves during video conferences with rival GMs. This is how I was able to strong-arm Pat Riley into trading Michael Beasley to the Wolves for a second-round draft pick. I hate to rain on your parade, David. But I'm pretty sure the Heat were giving away Beasley to anyone who would take him. Well, of course. After Riley saw my fists of fury, he practically begged me to take Beasley. I guess I'll have to take your word for that. Well, David, moving on to basketball. Are you intimidated? What? I asked if you were intimidated. David, I think we should move to the next question. Do my cat-like jiu-jitsu moves intimidate you, Jeff? Well, to be frank, no. I actually think you look quite ridiculous. So my plan has succeeded. Excuse me? I have successfully tricked you into underestimating me. Now that your guard is down, I can fleece you for your team's most valuable assets. But I thought you just said... never mind. David, when you first took over the reins as Timberwolves GM, you surprised many by selecting 2-point guards back-to-back with the number 5 and number 6 picks in the 2009 draft. This was considered by many to be a questionable decision. Can you shed some insight regarding your strategy? Sure, Jeff. I believe in stockpiling as much value as possible when rebuilding a team. Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn are both point guards. And everybody knows that point guard is the most valuable position on the team. But most teams only play one point guard at a time. Don't you think that it would have been smarter to draft somebody who could play alongside Ricky Rubio, not compete with him? Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn absolutely can play together. David, I beg to differ. And so does conventional wisdom. It's true that Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn are both point guards. And they both have nice smiles. But the comparison stops there. Care to elaborate? Ricky Rubio is a foreigner. The European game is something I highly value. The female fans get really worked up for these guys, and you wouldn't believe the effect that they have on our jersey sales in the Czech Republic. A foreign point guard with a nice smile is nearly the most valuable player imaginable. The only thing that would make Ricky Rubio more valuable is if he played college basketball at Syracuse. This is where Johnny Flynn comes in. He is also a point guard. He has a nice smile. But he is not foreign. However, he played at Syracuse, which makes him the perfect complement to Ricky Rubio. I don't think I'm following you. You see, Jeff. This is why my master plan is so often ridiculed. You are so far below my basketball intellect that you cannot see the unstoppable backcourt that I have created. People simply cannot wrap their minds around my genius decisions. Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn equals a double point guard, double nice smile, foreign, backcourt from Syracuse. No one can stop that. Well, it certainly is hard to argue with that logic. Moving on, the Wolves seemed to struggle last season, posting the worst record in franchise history. Was it difficult to watch the team struggle so badly? Not at all, Jeff. The reason that this team sucks so badly is because most of our players were chosen by Kevin McHale. He is an inferior basketball mind compared to me. For example, look at his last 3 drafts before he got fired. Randy Foye wasn't a true point guard. He had an ugly gap-toothed smile. He was not foreign. He did not play for Syracuse. Now that was a bad pick. The same can be said for Corey Brewer. Not a point guard. Not a foreigner. Cheesy smile. Just an awful selection. At least he traded Kevin Love for O.J. Mayo in 2007. Anytime you can trade for a white unathletic big man, it is a good move. On that note, let's cut to a commercial. We'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors.